This is a 1/24th scale model of the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
What did I just say?
And this is the movie poster for Back to the Future 1. I'm going to be Marty. We're going to shoot photos of this DeLorean. And we're going to recreate this poster from start to finish. Thank you guys for checking this out. I'm Chris Horry, and follow along as we get this poster done. All right, so before we jump in, I want to go over how we're going to take a 1/24th scale toy model DeLorean and actually make it look like I'm standing next to it, just like this poster right here. Now, it requires a lot of detail, and you're probably thinking, well, you're just going to use Photoshop.
This is it.
And that is true. We're going to use Photoshop for the entire composition, but getting this one thing right will really make or break how good this poster can look. So let's jump in. Now, if we take the photo of me as Marty McFly and the photo of the DeLorean, and we put them both in our Photoshop composition, I was shot at 12 feet away from the camera, and the DeLorean was shot at about 18 inches away from the camera. So that would mean that we will need to scale me 33% to match photo of the DeLorean. Now, that's technical. I'm not sure it's going to be perfect, but that's our starting point to see where we end up. Locked in for my shot as Marty McFly. A little more difficult than I thought with the lighting, but I think we have it kind of keyed in. We're running out of ambient light here, which shouldn't be a big deal. It all looks good with a couple of flashes. As you can see behind me, simple normal setup. We got a light kind of kicking in, which will be coming out of the DeLorean. We have a little side light kind of glowing me up from the back. I got to go get into costume, and then after I get into costume, we're going to go ahead and try to get this photo shot. So hopefully this works out, and if not, we'll give this a shot again, but step one should be complete. And here we are. We got our Marty McFly costume. We got some glasses here, vests. What do you guys think? All right, go. So the first thing that I did notice is that for this shot, the key light is actually being cast out of the door of the DeLorean. So I lowered that light and kind of put it at an upward angle. And I moved my backlight off the left side just a little bit more horizontally to the side. And I kind of got it casting across. So once that was locked in, the lighting I felt looked awesome. Then it was just about nailing that pose.
What's this? What's this?
I put a little stool to my right and put my leg on it to make it look like I was going to be standing in the DeLorean door. And then I got my hand in the position, looking at my watch. Got my right hand up there holding my glasses in that classic Michael J. Fox pose. And then we had Paulina just kind of snap away until we kind of got the positioning correct, which took a little fine tuning, maybe 15-20 minutes. But once we locked it in, we were able to get 4 or 5 really great shots. We checked them out in camera, everything looked good. And then it was just about packing up, getting home, and getting to work on this DeLorean photo. All right, so I think we're done. We're gonna go home, we're gonna analyze and make sure everything looks good, but I think that my camera operator did an amazing job. We're looking like we're pretty damn close. I look fly like Marty McFly. Awesome, high five. Thank you. She's beautiful, she's amazing. Hire her, don't hire me.
Why, that's me. Look at me. I'm an old man.
Right now we are currently shooting our car. The poster of Back to the Future has it sitting to the right of Marty, and you're actually looking up the driver's side with the door open. Now, that, once we get the scale correct, that'll be good to go. But right now I want to work on the light source. So if you look at the poster itself, which you can see right here, you can see that there's a light beaming from the inside, kind of creating a glow and kind of blowing out that whole driver's side of the car. So to make sure that we can mimic the glow that's coming out of the DeLorean itself in the movie poster, we went ahead and used this flashlight to shine light right in the door and overexpose it. We've taken 2 photos here. We've taken one photo of the DeLorean, completely normally exposed, just lit up here, no big deal. And then you can kind of see inside with this light. And then I've taken a completely overexposed photo with everything here inside that driver door and the background or the back of the seat and kind of going down the car itself, fully blown out. And again, if you look at the poster right here, you will see that you don't see much of DeLorean. Between the way that the poster is created, the art direction, the flames going down the road, all of the blowing out of this door, there isn't much there. So our poster is going to look dramatically different in that sense, but we're going to do our best to kind of match it itself. So we're going to go ahead and work through a couple more photos here, kind of see where we fall, and then we'll be good. This was not as hard as I thought. We have the height and correct angle, shooting up the DeLorean. Everything is done this way. It looks great. As you can see in our test sample here, everything is looking very good. Let's get into this. Let's shoot a couple more test photos here, make sure we're good, and then we'll get our final photo shot, and we'll move on to the stage of editing.
We're sending you back to the future.
Aloha, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Follow us on Instagram at Chris Horry Photography, and we'll catch you guys soon. Aloha. All right, first thing we needed to do was just kind of pull on our image of the DeLorean and pull the image of myself. So we went ahead and selected the two images that we liked the most and we pulled them in. And I figured out right away that we kind of nailed that distance away from us, the camera, and keeping everything locked off on a tripod. And it looked great immediately, kind of checking the poster and getting the height to make it look like it matched up. But immediately it looked good. So we were kind of off to the races. So once we had that height and distance established and everything kind of looked good with myself and the DeLorean, really it was just kind of figuring out the background elements. Using Adobe Stock, I went and found some asphalt, got that kind of put into place, kind of checking back with the poster back and forth. We got a nice sunset there to kind of throw back there with that ombre and kind of get established just a quick little background. And from there was starting to fine tune myself to make it look like it's kind of color matching and the light wise was matching. We did use this new feature in Adobe called Harmonize, which kind of helped cement in a little bit more of that sunset feel with the vibe of the car. One thing I came across right away was that the car in the movie poster actually isn't a DeLorean. It looks like it was made maybe before they actually got into production or maybe art direction, but for the most part, it did not match the poster versus the car they ended up using. So that was a little loop. But as you can see, that didn't really hinder things. Once we dropped in the fire and we started to kind of get the light placement correct, everything really started to meld together, which is super important when you're doing these composites, to get everything to kind of gel and meld to make it look like it's one cohesive scene, so that it looks like everything was shot at one time, makes it look like it was actually all in camera. Yeah, here we're just fine tuning some background stuff. We threw our little lights in the glow, kind of fixed some fire. We're gonna go ahead and throw the logo in there. I did add a little bit of a hue to the front of the DeLorean to kind of mimic the color of the fire, and then getting that overexposed door with the secondary shot we used was key. And then we added our last details, got the Back to the Future logo, we put a little Chris Horry Presents, and of course it's the Zephyr Horry film. And then we're gonna just get the last little couple pieces done here. We're just working on the color and the lighting for myself and the DeLorean. We're gonna make sure my foot looks like it's within inside of it, get the comp correct as far as the sizing. Throw a little grain on it, which I didn't love that grain, so I ended up getting a different one after. And then it was just this last little hue of glow coming out of the car. Took me a little bit to get it right, but I think it really shaped up and made this poster pop. Thank you guys again for checking out this video. We had so much fun redoing this Back to the Future movie poster. Shout out to Alex for hitting us with the comment and putting this idea on the map.
What did I tell you?
I think we did a great job. What do you guys think? Comment below, let us know. Always hit us with a sub and a like, and go on Instagram and give us a follow at Chris Horry Photography. And if you guys have a minute, go ahead and check out one of our other videos, and we will be in touch soon. Hopefully putting more content out there. We love you guys, and we'll talk soon, okay? Aloha.